Hey YouTube, what's up? Blue Witch here. How are you guys doing tonight? Is everybody good? Hi. Hi WM. How are you? You're not good? Why are you not good? Hello. I'm doing fantastic. I'm awesome. Just kidding. Just kidding. I didn't tell everyone I was going live and my battery's dead. Hi Geo Angel on my other phone, so I can't do Spirit Box tonight. Do you hate it when your purse gets filled with receipts? I don't like that. I'm cleaning my purse out right now. Do you guys want to know what's in my purse? We could do what is in Blue Witch's purse live video right now. Because I got a bunch of shit in my purse. It shouldn't be in there. Hi, Nicole. Yes. Nicole wants to know what's in my bag. I need to put on my funky glasses just a second. Hi, Danny. Purse tag. So do you say your name Lou Perez? Is that how you say it? I want to say it correctly. I think it's Lou. But hello, darling. Okay, so this is my wallet. This is the one I use the most because I love it. It's got a cool dude on it. Look at that. What? He's pretty sick. And today I'm carrying this cool purse. I guess we should start with that. This is my bag that I'm carrying today. It's a Roxbury. And it's all leather. It's one of my favorites. It's beautiful. You know, it's a good bag. I love it so much. And so there's that. This is my wallet. Then of course I have my gun that I carry. And that goes in there. And then, hi Danny. And then I have this little doohickey thing in there. And I think this goes to my GoPro. A pen that I stole from the bank. And what else? A bunch of receipts that I just took out. Oh, and my keys. I usually have a really pretty, like, juicy keychain. But it broke, and so I just grabbed this keychain, and I don't like it. It's disgusting. So I need to get a new keychain. I'm not happy with that. And then I have some pills to help me eat because I don't like food. My body doesn't like food. I love food, but my body doesn't react well to it, and so I have to take digestive pills every time I eat, which is fine. I don't care. Whatever. But everybody's sick right now at my house, you guys. So I'm just like, oh, gross. Like, Alyssa's got the flu. My son and my grandson came over today, and they have the flu. And I was like, why are you here? Get back. Get away. Be gone. You little germies. Oh, wait. Let me say hi. Hold on. Stay away. Yes. Hi, Drake666. I like that name. I like the name Drake. Hi, Demary. Wait, what did WM say? Hold on. Sorry about my. So, 2010, laughing out loud. Oh, 2010. Are you talking about my bag? So what? It's an oldie but a goodie. It's a classic. Hi, lady. Hi, lady. Banish. Sorry. Banish you with your sickness. I know. So we went to. God dang it! I am having a hard time, you guys. So we went to Walmart to get a bunch of vintage is cool. That's right. That's right. We went to Walmart and got a bunch of aerosol sprays to get the germs out of the house and stuff like that. Hi, Red Spirit. Thank you. Look at my cool hat, you guys. It has a star right there. And it has these fancy gloves that match it with a star on them. So, what do you guys do tonight? What's up? Welcome back, Red Spirit. Show your new nails. My nails are awesome. She did an amazing job on them. They have stars in them, and they're kind of like a pearly color. And this one right here has a star in them. Oh wait, no, it's this one. This one has a moon and stars. But they're way too long for me, you guys. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep them. But my nail lady special, ordered these for me, and so I had to let her put them on. And I told her, I don't know. I feel like Cardi B with these on, but that's pretty cool. But I might have to call you in a couple days to get them taken off. Is that Kari? I can't see and I can't do anything. Oh my gosh. It is Kari. Yay! Yes, yes. They're so pretty. I told her that I really like how she did them and that she's probably going to have to do them like this from now on, but shorter. So I'll probably start filing on them tonight. You know. I can't. I just can't. I got to take these gloves off too. I like them long, but not this long. This is like super too long for me. I'm a working girl. I have to have them. I have to be able to do stuff. Okay, let me see. Yeah, Demary's nails are really pretty. I saw them today when she called me. I got stood up tonight on a hiking date. Pretty sure that God just want me only for Jay. This always happens to me whenever I try to distract myself from him. Well, try to distract yourself with healthy things like, I don't know, shopping, exercising, cooking, making cupcakes. Yes. Oh, hey, I just remembered who you were, Red Spirit. I'm so glad that you're back. What did you say, darling? I can't keep long nails, laughing that I break them in like 3 hours. And the gel comes off in 3 days. Oh, no. No, no. No, no, no. These will not come off. But they're just beautiful. My nail lady does an amazing, she's like ridiculously talented. And she knows it. But she bought me these, and so I had to let her try them. Usually I make her put regular ones on and then cut them to a point. I like them pointed, but not this long. Make cupcakes. But so tonight I'm supposed to be doing a pay what you owe spell, but I might wait. I might wait and do it tomorrow night because I like to do a lot of divination work on the pay what you owes, and I think that tomorrow night's a really good divination night. So I might do it tomorrow night. You can do divination any day. Don't I'm not trying to kid you. But I just think it's for whatever reason, you know, Sunday's a good night to do divination work. Always is. It's easier to connect and everything for me. And Mondays, Sundays and Mondays, and they're my days off, and so it's like, but I have to do a lot of like getting into their head, and telling them you feel guilty, and everybody's sick, so I might just do it tomorrow night when I'm not running back in the house to take care of sick ass every 5 minutes. When do you think you might be able to get my BBG? Just curious. Well, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do those. Oh no, I'm not going to do the nails until how many more days till the nail poppets go in? Like 2 more days, is that right? 3 more days. Drinks for everyone feeling holiday stress. The 25th. I love doing witchcraft. I'm gonna curse the fuck out of people on that day. 'Tis the season to curse people. I'm all about it. Hi, Diana. Okay, wait, I want to read. I can't see your name. I hate these bubble letters they use. Is it Latoya? Latoya. Great topic. A lot owed to me. Well, I like to do. I put them in the clay. So when I'm making the clay, I like to do some divination stuff. I like to call in Lucifer. I like to work with Lucifer on the pay what you owe and the divination work that I do. I enjoy working. Lucifer enjoys doing divination, and so any type of divination work, it's really I connect to him really good with divination, connecting to people's energy and stuff. And he always tells me things about people, like, and I've been having a lot of really good. I've always had really good intuition, but lately it's been like on fucking point with people, and um and I've been noticing it a lot lately. Okay, so here's a weird thing that's happened to me. WM, are you still on here? Anyways, so I'm not going to say anything because you guys will make fun of me. Anyways, my divination, my being able to connect to the energies and to the spirits has been really good. Yes, love that about you. Always using the energy for the best. Anyways, let's go back to pay what you owe poppet guys. So I use the Play-Doh guys, and then I put their pictures in there, and I roll them around in there, and I really connect. I connect to their picture, and I call their name out, and of course I always invoke Lucifer first. Pardon me, and so I do that, and then I put the little herbs in there, and I say, that you can't sleep, you can't eat, nothing until you pay what you owe. You feel so guilty. All you could do is think of ways that you could come up with the money to pay back what you owe. And um, and Lucifer helps me like connect really quickly. This is gonna fall off my head, is it? No, it's good. And so, I like doing that. I like connecting to the people that I'm cursing or that I'm casting on in the astral planes, and talking to them when they're sleeping, being like, hey, guess what? It's awesome. Do you guys do that? You must have woke me up, sis. I forgot to set my timer. Any topic? No, we just talk. Come on. We answer questions and we talk about stuff that we do. I went and got I was blessed with some extra money this morning, and I used that. I went and got roses for everyone. So they're on their altars. I'm just sitting here looking at them, and it reminded me to say thank you. They're beautiful. I tied blue ribbons on their vases. I bought a big spool of blue ribbon, and it was just sitting there on the counter, and I was like, oh, let's put some blue ribbon on this. Sorry about my hand, you guys. I hate that. Yeah, I do that especially to make them notice their flaws without explanation. Like, why am I thinking about this? Yeah, that happens to me sometimes, but I always know when somebody's popping around in there. My daughter likes to do that to me. She likes to get in there, and I always catch her in there. And I'm always like, girl, you better get out. You have no business being in there. My son likes to do it. My older son, he likes to do it. And I'm just like, you guys, you can't be doing that to mommy no more. Okay? But yeah, I catch some people doing that occasionally, but not so much anymore. I think that, I don't think it happens much anymore. But it used to happen a lot. Connect to my targets fast too. Yeah. Once I establish that connection, it's really easy for me to go back. It's like I have that. I can just like pull their number, and I can get right to them. Once you make that connection, it's easy to go, you have that, their phone number, if you will, and you can just go right back to them, trace it right back, and then, yeah. Yeah, I have one. Oh, so you guys know how I do the one nail in the poppets. I don't usually talk about poppets a lot on my live chats because I don't encourage people to do poppets because it's a very serious thing. And so, but sometimes it's necessary. So I created this. Well, it's a thing, but I don't do it the way it was created by another primal person. I changed it up to fit my client's needs, and so with the experience that I have in the way that I changed it up, it's an iron. I use an iron nail in the poppet, and I nail them to wood, to a piece of wood, and then they sit at Belial's altar. But with the first nail, they always get exposed. like all of their bullshit comes out. They can't hide things from people anymore, and everything gets exposed. And then the second nail brings sickness, and the third nail brings death. And so I don't do the third nail. Haven't done the third nail on anyone yet, and I don't plan on it. Hopefully that will never happen. But the first nail and the second nail has come to play, and it's very very effective. Um, I got some testimony this morning from the one I did last week, and I know those you guys don't see those. I don't. They're not. Oh, they're not. I don't show them to public. They're private ceremony only. And hi Ed Fern. They're private ceremony only, so I don't, because I'm like on the floor with Billy L's sacred hammer and hammering, saying rebinding and all this stuff to the puppet, and then I'm binding them to that iron nail, and it's like a whole big thing. But anyways, so the one I did last week, she, I think it was last week. It might have been 2 weeks ago, but I think it was just last week. But anyways, she sent me testimony this morning saying that um, when he came home, he came home a little bit early, and she came back at the same time, and she was all dressed up, and he was like, "Where have you been?" And she was like, "Oh, I just went to go drop off my grandchild or whatever." And he's like, "I haven't seen you dressed up like this in 3 years. What's up?" And she was like, "Oh, nothing. I just felt like it today." And so it's like opening up. And so my client's like really excited. She's like, "That's like unheard of." That she's always beat up and drugged out and, always skanky looking and whatever. That's what she said. And, and then when he came in, she was like, "Oh, like he was bothered by it enough that he called his ex-wife to tell her, 'What do you think?'" She's like, "Well, duh." She's obviously seeing someone else. Went on a date or something. So, the first nail is very effective. Every single one that I've done, it's always an exposure. Every time. Like, there was no book that says the first nail does this, the second nail does this, and well, it does say what the third nail does, but in the books, in the primal books, it doesn't say, you know, all of that. So I just kind of learned that by experience, and it's fucking awesome. Sorry. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. I missed a bunch of stuff. Congratulations. You connect to my targets fast too. Yeah, I notice witches like us read people well so we can put forth the energy, implant and reaction, and make their mind wander to whatever we want. Did you see my message? Nope, I didn't get a message. Well, my other phone's dead. You probably sent it to my other phone, and it's on the charger right now, so I probably will here in a few. I would do a Kindoki wishing jar. Cord binding towards a situation before puppets. Yeah, no, I just go for it. I don't fuck around. It's a waste of my energy. I, I just know what they need. If I think that this motherfucker needs to be in a puppet, then I just go right to it and get started on it and get the shit handled. And it is very effective. Yeah. Yeah, well, because if it's that bad to where they need to be in a poppet, then it's like, let's do it, you know. Um, yeah. On the one I have that poppet over there that I put a chicken, I iron nailed a chicken foot to the chest, and I didn't know till later, but I guess my client found out that he ended up with like a rash on his chest and he didn't know where it came from, and he had to go to the doctors and get a bunch of medicine and blah blah blah. I was like, oh, that's fun. But I don't think I put a chicken foot on anyone else. I think that's the only one I ever did put the chicken foot on him. But he was being a total dick, so he needed to have the chicken foot on him. He deserved that chest rash. And a lot of times my clients don't really want them back anyways. They just want to fucking torture them for what they did. And so there you have it. You know, these are people that do bad things. These aren't just little, you know, little situations usually. I have a couple people that are just little situations, but they're tired of pussyfooting around and waiting, and so they jumped straight into, they just jumped into a poppet. Not straight, but because things aren't going fast enough. Mm-hmm. But that's like when you have like 3 or 4 spells in play and you're like, you know, it's been 3 months. But whatever. I'm cool. Let's do it. People get upset with me. I usually go to the Apple and linking chants route because I want my victim to be more stressed out by really than basic bad energy around them. I'm kind of mean. Yep, that's cool. So I should put a nail in my poppet. And he started saying I was perfect and beautiful beyond words, and he's an emotionless person. It was crazy. Then he got exposed for all of his misdeeds. Still working on. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like, I feel like maybe once you put him in a poppet and you put a nail in him, then you find out what all the blockages are, because then like everything starts coming up, like all the, oh, so he's really seeing this person, oh, he's really married, oh, he's really here, he's really there, oh my gosh, all these different things that I didn't know were happening, and so then you have to deal with all of that. It's like a puppet master. Is it true artist in her craft? Blue is a true artist in her craft, very complex and intelligent. Oh, thank you. That's such a nice compliment. That's amazing, Nicole. Is he a narcissist? Very much. I didn't even give her a chance to answer that, but yes, I believe so. Don't forget they get back pain. Well, that one has 2 nails. So once they get the second nail, that's when their health starts deteriorating. That's a whole nother song and dance. The exposure shit is bad enough. Then you have to deal with all that. Then when that happens, then my clients get pissed. And then they're like, put a second nail in his ass. And then I'm like, okay. and then they start having problems like all kinds of stuff. It varies for different people. Um, sure, he is very, very kooky, but in my opinion, deep down, he has very low self-worth. Blue, laughing out loud. Yes, but you have to understand, Nicole. She is like the most positive ray of sunshine person. Like she's always trying to be happy and positive and sweet and always trying to find the bright side of everything. Like yeah, normally hate their self but think even lower of other people around him. Well, I guess I don't know. He's probably not a narcissist. I think he's more like a player. Like he's going through some kind of midlife crisis. And so he just wants to keep his man, he's keep his man card or whatever you call it and have chicks all around and yeah. Hi Nancy. She reminds me of the sun baby on, I don't know what that is. What does that say? Teletubbies, always smiling. I don't know. I did watch Teletubbies once about, I don't know, 15 years ago or so. I love your vibrant spirit. Thank you. But, okay, wait. Mighty Page. That's an awesome way to describe someone laughing out loud. I'll laugh my fucking ass off, Kelly. Yeah, she's like, thanks, Kelly. I'm a Teletubby now. Great. Just great. Hey, it could be worse. It could be Barney, right? I used to refuse to let my kids watch Barney. I hated it so much. They would always put it on when they were little, and I'd be like, no Barney. Oh my gosh, I hated that show. It made me want to like kill someone or something. I don't know, but it was not good. I would not allow it. I love him as a child. Yes, see? No Barney. I like two apples and no. And no. I don't know what you mean, sweetie. I don't get it. Two love spells? Oh, you like to do apples? Oh, to eat. Messed up. My ass off. Played again. I like Sailor Moon most as a child. I let them watch like He-Man and stuff like that. And Ninja Turtles. I was like, you're boys, you're not fucking watching Barney's. I didn't have boys for no reason. I hate Teletubbies, yeah. Me too, Red Spirit. Have you ever practiced Egyptian magic? I tried. I dipped into it a little. But it was pretty cool. Like, I noticed when I worked with Thoth, I um I I did do some traveling with him to where he was in the astral planes, and I did he did come through like in tongues, and so I did speak some tongues when I was working with him and stuff like that. That was pretty cool, but Akate was like, nah, that's not your, it's not for you. And so I said, okay, she wasn't having it. But I did enjoy working with him. I do like his energy. And he's really good at warning you when people are coming after you or fucking with you. Um, every time I lit a candle on his altar, he would tell me what was up. And I was like, it was cool. I hit my head pretty hard. You'd have to ask my mom what I watched as a kid. I found a channel that was streaming the original, but took it down. Yeah. Sunya's Egyptian magic. Have you ever practiced Egyptian magic? Um, hey, at least I am not Tinky Winky. I don't know what that is, so cool. I will take the sun baby any day. Nancy, what would you recommend to put on someone that is constantly negative and doesn't want to be responsible for their actions and manipulates their 85-year-old mom for her to be everything for him? I'll put his ass in a pop it. That's what I would do. I would fuck him up. I hate that shit. Just saying. It would. I don't like that. Nope. But, you know, but yeah, I'd probably put him in a poppet. But if she's 85, she probably doesn't have much longer to live. And then she'll be gone. And then he'll have to stand on his own 2 feet. And, I mean, not everybody dies. I'm not like wishing her to die or anything like that. I'm just saying 85 is, your last year in times. That's, he already has negative bad life. I just want him to leave my mom, oh, it's your mom, alone and make his own decisions. I thought Barney only on Jamaican television. Laughing eye. Hated the purple. Do you do spells with vinegar? Sometimes I use vinegar and oil in my breakup spells. In my breakup oil, there's a little bit of vinegar and oil, vinegar in there because it separates from the oil, and so it's good to use in your breakup spells. But that's it. Only in my breakup oil. I have done a couple of breakup spells. When I do a breakup jar spell, which I really don't do anymore, I don't really do a lot of jar spells anymore. I do occasionally, like if I'll do a honey jar for certain people. Like sometimes I do a lot of honey jars for like relatives of girlfriends or boyfriends. When you have someone and their relatives hate you, it's really difficult to proceed in a relationship with them or anything. And so I get a lot of clients who want me to put their whole family in a freaking honey jar so that they'll be nicer to them and like them more and stuff like that. And so I do that, and then I'll use jars for that. And I do jars for curse removals, and because I want them to be soaking um, in everything wrapped in the petition of the trident. And then Belial comes in and breaks everything off of them. And then the stuff that the indigo and all the herbs and the salts and everything that I have all around them in the jar like absorbs it and pulls it off of them. And so I use jars for that. Um, I don't do a lot of germ stuff anymore. I used to all the time for everything. And I would be out in the mountains burying jars everywhere. But now I use, you know, fruit. I use lemons, chicken feet, um, apples, obviously, whatever. I like to do those the best because I can put them in the fire ant hills, I can bury them, and then the earth will consume it and tear it apart and, do its thing. I could put them in my stove, which is fucking badass. And um, yeah, I do lemon spells where I will sour relationships. I like to use lemons for that. Um, and now I'm getting into smell magic. I'm going to practice doing. I want to do that with some of the poppets where I can make them stink. Yeah, I want to do it. The only thing is that then I have to smell it in my temple, and I don't like that. Cypress oil smells amazing. Yeah, but I'm talking about like stink oils. Like every time you go near this person, they will reek so bad. Um, I I have recently discovered that I can put spells out into the energy and people can smell them at great distances. And so I want to use that and learn how to tap into that and put that into my castings. So I'm going to be doing that. That will be fun. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. It's overwhelming and it's pure fun. Okay, I think I missed some stuff up here. Let me go back. Let's see. Nancy. Oh, I already read that one. Yes, you do that. He already has negative life. I already read that. I thought Barney. I already read that. Okay, I think I'm not too far behind. Do you do spells with vinegar? I did that. I cried when I was 6 and kids started making fun of me for still loving Barney. See, I knew it. I was my little kid brain. Okay. I want my mom happy instead of in tears and worries and stress most of the time. Lemon, yes, I like that. Got that. Deserves it. I would love that for some people. Totally red. Demary says, so sorry, didn't mean to wake you. I wasn't awake, I was just laying down for meditation, and well, I felt so good last night. Oh, I wanted to share that with you guys. Thanks for bringing that up. Last night when I was doing the job spell, well, it went crazy. Like the flame was getting ridiculously high and it started smoking at my shop. So I went to take it outside, and then I had to put gloves on, like my big leather gloves and everything. And so I went outside, and there was like nobody out there. There were no cars, no nothing. And so I went out there and I like held that casting up to the moon, and I could feel so much energy, and it was amazing. And then I just set it down, and it was just like burning, like whoosh. And I'm out there holding it up to the moon in the middle of the yard, you know. There was no cars or anything, and so I was like, this is a perfect time to do this. So I was just out there holding it up there, and you know, yelling at it and telling it what to do, and and then I just set it down on the ground and let it finish burning in the moonlight, and it was just beautiful. It was really a cool spell to do. I enjoyed that spell a lot. But anyway, so I got so much energy last night that when I went back in, took care of the dogs, took care of my daughter, and then I think I made something to eat. Oh, I made some soup. And then I was sitting there watching some TV, and then I couldn't sleep, and I was so happy and I felt so good. I went to bed, and then I'm like, sun's up, can't sleep. And then I had an appointment at 2 to get my nails. So I think I got like 2 hours sleep when I finally fell asleep. And then I had to get up and get ready to go get my nails done. And then I had errands to do and stuff. And then, anyways, so when you called, Damaris, I was just climbing into bed to go back to sleep for a few hours. So you didn't wake me. It was really badass. It like I when the castings go crazy, usually I'll just do one candle, and then I put it out, and then the next day I do another candle, and then I put it out, and I do another candle, put it. You know what I mean? Like I do one candle a day for 3 days. But if the castings go, the energy gets such a good connection, and it just goes crazy. I don't interfere. I just let it do its thing, fucking burn it all. You know, if it's getting that strong of a connection that it just is going for it, you can't stop it. You have to let it keep going. And you know, it's important as a witch, as a practitioner, to know the difference in when that kind of thing happens. Like um, to know when it's got a good connection, to let it just do its thing and not interfere. You know, not try to no, a little bit more tomorrow. No. When you just gotta let it do its thing. It's important to know that, though, is what I was trying to say. But it was awesome. Hi, spiritual dreams. How are you? Jimmy, it was amazing energy. And the other one I did, the the family protection one, was awesome as well. And I did the same thing with that one. I just let it burn. I'm getting ready to put another candle on that one right now. Oh, nothing. Oh yeah. You just um you just got you just got lucky. Like the gods were really on that one from the very day before. When I was gonna do it, they were like, "No, you're not doing that today." And I was like, "Yeah, I really need to get this done." And they're like, "No, not today. Nope." All my batteries go dead, and I'm just like, "Oh, okay." I saw that. So in Biliel's altar, he's got, you know, his altar's like a big display cabinet, and inside of it is all mirrors, right? And so I was just looking inside, I was just glanced over at the inside of his altar, and there's a mirror there, and I saw this thing walk by in the mirror. That's really awesome. When all of my batteries go dead. Let's see, what did you say? It's burning for many years. I was scared for fire. I love when it's burning for many. You mean like hours, not years? Oh, you hate that when all your batteries go dead. Yeah, it happens a lot to us. Um, we've been having, well, there's something you have to understand. I'll talk about this a little bit because it's a primal thing, it's a witch thing, and people don't realize when you're working with these powerful ancient gods and you're doing rites and rituals and you're pulling in all of their energy, and you're not all of it but what you can handle, but when you're pulling that in and you're doing things with them, and you're opening vortexes, and you're opening stellar mirrors, and you're doing all this stuff with them, setting up altars, and your electronics are going to go crazy. Plan on it. Your lights are going to blow out. Your TV's going to you could lose a TV or two, you could lose, whatever is around the area, you could walk by and TVs will turn off and on by themselves. My son is a big issue with that. He's a pain in the ass. When he comes over, I'm like, stand over here, okay? Don't get by my TV, because I just don't want to have to replace it, okay? But he'll if he sometimes he'll walk by the TV and it'll turn on, and you're just like, or he'll go like this and the channel will change. He blows up, he's a pain in the ass like that. They knew what that was. They knew what was about to go down. Yeah, for you, they really knew. And I didn't know, and they didn't tell me. They just said, no, you're not doing it today. And then when they do that, I just have to say okay, and because I trust them, and I know, there's just no point, even if I like to get it done. They're just like, nope, not today. And then the next day, everything went down, and it was like, oh, it has to be today. Fire is cleansing, purifying flames of Father and soothing waters of Mother. What flash was that? I don't know. I didn't know there was a flash. Like where you park your car outside the temple. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay. So my temple's like in the front of my house, and then everybody pulls their vehicles to the front part of it because it sits right at the edge, right? And then we have like this little drive right here, and then on the the west side and my temple, we have like a little drive right there, and then my stellar mirror is right there because it has to face west. So we always park right there, and then the lights flicker, the batteries go dead. I think we've replaced, let me see, 1, 2, getting ready to replace another one, maybe 4 batteries this year already in our vehicles. And then my daughter's vehicle, her van, for her handicap van, it'll the lights were flashing and flickering, and it was like going click, 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 click. And I was like, oh my God. And then And then a few days later, my truck was doing the exact same thing. And I'm like, that's so weird. I don't know why we're having all these problems. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. Hmm. I do this. Let me see, what did I miss? No, I'm not sitting by fire. See? Fire's over there. No fire. Did I? Yes. Is that Latoya? Yes. I'm sorry, I can't. The names I can't see. I could see what you guys write under the names. So I try to memorize your little icons, because the bubble letters in the black I can't see. So, but I think it's Latoya, yeah. Danny, exactly. So this smell magic thing, can we put it on the midlife crisis Playboy? Yeah. Yeah, we should. You want to? We should totally do that. That would be fun. But he's not going to tell you. I want to experiment with someone who can tell me, like, if they're starting to smell weird stuff, cuz I'm going to like coat them with devil's dung and then have to stick them in a plastic bag cuz I don't want to smell it in a temple. I know from experience, light bulbs go out. Light bulbs always going out. Yeah. Yeah. Primal energies. Definitely. It's a thing. It's a thing. Been I've been waking up to the smell of flowers lately. Like fresh flowers. That's nice. You love that, don't you? Isn't that nice? So beautiful. What time do you wake up? True, he won't admit any of that to me, but I would thoroughly enjoy. Yeah, yeah, everybody would be like, dude, about 12 today. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's my perfume. Kelly smells it every time I spray it too. Let me see, who's this? Someone, what's up? Someone, same here. Why do they do that? Lights, TV battery. It's just it's it's the energies around. It's just so the vibrations are so high. The energies are so high that it just messes up everything. Can pull up your phones. I feel whatever they are trying to make me feel scared. My friend was my place and my TV started changing channels, etc. What do they want? Well, you should email me at bluewitch379@gmail.com. It could be any number of things. Are you a medium? Do you cross them over and then you're not acknowledging them? There's a lot of different things that could be. Are you a practitioner? Do you practice witchcraft? Are you doing rites and rituals with the gods? Are you? I mean, it could be any number of things. Why they're there with you? Um, is your house haunted? Um, are you going through a spiritual awakening? There's so many different reasons why it could be happening, that you just gotta kind of think about where you're at and what you're doing, and then go in and research that so that you could handle the problem. But my suggestion would be learn how to do the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram and do cleansing baths with hyssop and rue. Watch my video on that. And I have a saved video on to watch later, I think. I think it's in my to watch later file on, it's an old EAKOD, whatever his name is, how to do the lesser banishing ritual. When you watch it, take a note so you could teach yourself how to do it. It's not hard. It looks complicated, sounds complicated, but if you just write it all out, it's not. Okay. And you should be okay. Right? Did I get all that? Did I cover everything you could do to protect yourself? Banishing ritual, take the baths, because sometimes if you're a medium and you don't know it and you cross people in your sleep, things like that, and you haven't been doing anything to protect yourself, then you could like go to Walmart, for an example. Go to the restaurant, and spirits, you got to figure every person there has at least 3 spirits that are attached to them that they're like, following around. So at least, I mean, there's usually more, but at least 3. And so they see you and they see your light. They see your energy and they're like, oh, she can cross me. Let's follow her home. And then they like you, or they feed off of your energy, or they learn how to do these things while they're hanging out with you. I don't know. They like the TV shows you watch. Who knows why they do it? But there's many reasons. And they end up attaching themselves to you. And then you have to get them off of you because they are feeding off of your energy, and it's bullshit. So you have to do stuff to like get them off of you, and the bath is really good for that. So is the banishing ritual. It's important to do those things. But a good thing is that you're getting all the signs that they're there, so you know what's happening. Are you waking up still tired? That's like a big indicator that someone's feeding on you. If you wake up and you're still freaking exhausted, they're feeding on you. More than likely. If you're a practitioner and you're a witch and you're casting for, different random people, then you need to be doing those things just to get those attachments off of you, because everybody that you cast for has got like an energy attachment to you. And so you need to be able to get that off of you. I do it every once in a while. I'm pretty good about just pushing them off of me, now, but when I first started, it was a real problem, and I was like having to take a bath like 3 times a week. It's like always in like on Tuesdays and Saturdays, I was in getting a cleansing bath done. But now I can just call Billy L and say remove it, and he's just like, it's gone. But it takes a lot of practice and a lot of relationship building and things like that to be able to get to that place. It's not something that just anyone can do. It takes a lot of work. How come my thing's not moving? Oh my gosh. People are saying things and it's not showing me. My whole bedroom smelled like you the other day. I show. Someone said I show. It's by electronic. Okay, wait. Same here. Why do they do that? Okay, wait. Oh, go on. Keep going. I can send you an email and tell you more. I've tried to handle what happened several years. I mean, I try, yep. I have medium gifts. I don't handle it. It's difficult. It's very hard. Blue, but how do you know when you need stronger protection? You know. You'll know. When nothing you're doing is working and shit's getting out of hand, like they're fucking holding you down in your bed. And now this battery just went zoop. Thank you so much for answering. You're welcome. Before and after you do the spell, take a bath. No, that's too much. Hey Gray, I definitely know the rose smell with shadows. I was a kid and until now I can see the dead. Any reason why? Do you see them like a solid person all the time or just sometimes? Do you just see their energy like um for me right now and where I'm at, well, for me, I could like the veil is so thin around me that like I could just sit there, and if you practice, you could train your eyes to do that like by staring at the air. If you stare at the air, you could see it. You could see the energy around you. And then full like solid full. I okay. So here's the thing with the solid people that you see. Usually solid people that you see are travelers. Like people that are astro traveling and they're going to certain places and you think that I think, okay, this is my opinion. Everybody can, if they want, but okay, like, I think they're travelers, like astro traveling. People can, like, sometimes the Kate will put me places where I have to help someone. Or one time she put me in a school and a gunman came in and I helped these people get out the side door with they had a baby with them and I helped them get out the side door and I took them down the hall and I barricaded them in a bathroom. Um, and but that's just an example. I'm not an angel, but I was just she sent me there to help them. And so I just astro traveled there. And so I just think, sometimes one time a solid person appeared on my porch and then they disappeared. They were just there and then they were gone. And I was like, that was weird. That was like a solid person. And I asked Akate, what was, who was that? And she said, traveler. And so just a traveler. Sometimes um, I think that witches can travel and then we show up as solid forms in different places. And people think that they're angels, but really they're just travelers. That's my crazy theory on that. I'm not saying there's no angels. I 100% believe in angels. But I just think that a lot of times that's what happens. And the dead show up when I see people's spirits. I can see through them. Like I know they're dead because I can see through them, and you could see they're all fucked up or whatever, and but they're kind of hazy. Sometimes you see them just like energy, like moving around energy, like shadowy. And I think when you see like the shadowy things moving around, that's where the veil's really thin and you can't see them clearly, but you could see movement. And to me, that's just the veil's really thin in that area. And I could see movement in the other realms right there. And so for me, that's what that is. But I've had them shadow men hold me down in bed and then go. look at me all weird. And they're not allowed to do shit like that to me anymore. But um, okay, what did spiritual dreams say? That's weird. I had a guy that was solid inside of my house, and I was about 13 or so, and looked at me like, what the fuck? Yeah, because see, I think that not everybody could see them, but like people who are more, their their awareness is more heightened. I think that they can see you and when you're traveling, and that's really cool. Um, One time I traveled a great distance, and I was outside of this restaurant, and there was a little girl in there, and she was like waving at me in the window, and I was waving back, but not everyone could see me, but the little girl could see me. And I'm not dead or a spirit. I was just traveling in the astral planes. Um, so it just depends. It's just a whole weird thing. Who knows? Eyes are so intense. I know when I see dead people in dreams because their eyes are intense. Me either. The Shadow Man was weird first for me. Hi. Hi in mind. I hope I said your name right. I don't know. Nummond? Nummond? I don't know. I'm sorry. Or spirit. Yeah, it just depends on where you're at, who you are, where you're at on your path, how strong your ability, how strong your abilities are, who do you travel with. Um, it's important to, before you go traveling around in the astral planes, to make sure that you invite your guides to go with you. That way you can always make it back. For me, it's a whole nother ball. It's all different now. I used to just fly around. I would just fly around. I had like little psh on the ends of my hands, and I would just go down like this with my arms and just fly around. And sometimes, like if I have to go across the abyss or something, I'll just want to fly, and then Akate will say, "No, you need to walk this time," and I say, "Yes, ma'am," and I do that. But a lot of times it'll be just like I'll say I want to go here, and then you just show up there. Um, or I'll say I want to go to this person, and then I'll just be there, like there you are, and then I go up to him, and there's all okay. So here's a weird thing: when you're astro traveling, when I'm astro traveling, and I go to get a hold of people, and 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 I want to say shit to them, in their ear. Um, when I get there, or I need to have some kind of communication with them. This has happened to me many times, but I'll go there to see them, and then there'll be like all these freaking old people all around them, and I'm like, what's up with all the old people? Why? And then it's like, oh, it's your ancestors, it's your spirit guides. Oh, I just got a big energy. It's your ancestors, it's your spirit guides. And I'm like, excuse me, I need to talk to them. Because they'll like try to block you, and then I'm a bitch, and so when I'm there and they're all trying to block me from who I want to talk to, I'm just like, move, and then they just move. But um I guess I could be nicer about it, but it's like when I'm there, when I'm doing that type of thing, I'm not like I am now. I'm kind of bitchy, and I'm just like, get the fuck out of my way. And so that's fun. Can't ever see mine when traveling. I have to call mom in to get me when I get lost. Well, before you go, invite them to go with you. Invite your familiars, people, guides that she has assigned to you. Um, excuse me. As children of Bakate, she assigns my battery's getting ready to die, so if it just drops, it drops. Um, I had 75% and it's like already saying it's gonna go. So um, as children of Akate, she assigns guides to us, familiars and guides, and so does Biliel's given me familiars. Lucifer's given me familiars. I have familiars to my vortexes, familiars to my. I have lots of different protectors and guides and help, and so it's kind of a cheat for me, but um, so but anyway, so when I travel, they're all with me, and so I'm sure it's quite the scene. But I have been told, and many people have seen me in the astrals, and they're like, I stick out like a sore thumb with my white hair, and there's always a shitload of beings around me, and I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that. I just go for my purpose, and then that's what I'm on. And so I'm just kind of, but I do notice that people have like all of these old people around them. I think it's hilarious, especially like when you go to see somebody who's really badass, and you're just like, oh my God, and you get there to see them and they're freaking like all these surrounded by all these old people. And you're just like, what's up with all the old people? But whatever. So it's cool. It's just kind of funny. I feel help a little bit. You don't, but I haven't ever been able to see your guides either. I put my grandparents' picture in my bedroom. That's really good, and that's very important. You should always set up an ancestor altar. I'm a really big believer in setting up an altar to your ancestors. I don't care if you just put a picture there or a candle there, and you say, and a flower, and you say, this is my ancestor altar. This is to honor my ancestors. I mean, minimalist is like a big fad right now. Everybody's like, I'm a minimalist. Okay, cool. Set up an altar. I don't care. Put a candle in a flower. All you have to do and say, I'm honoring my ancestors. It's very important that you do that if you're going to be working with the spirits and things. It's like super important. They won't respect you or honor you if you don't honor them. So I have an ancestor altar, and I have pictures of all of people I don't even know on there. And I even got him some of that. I went to this one place and they had like um, fake money for your ancestors or whatever. So I was like, cool, let's get a handful of that. And I put that on there. It's like, here you have money. I give, my grandma liked to drink. So I always make sure she's got, alcohol on there. Um, I put flowers on there occasionally. I don't do it as much as I used to, but I saw that. Um, but yeah, it's cool. Do it. Set up an ancestor altar. It's important. I put a picture of me on there because they love me. So here's something you love. You know, um, just acknowledge them in that way. Honor them with their shrine. I guess it's called a shrine, not an altar, but you know what I mean. You get it. So just that's important if you're going to be traveling with him. to see your guides either. Anyone who is dead, I don't know. I feel help a little bit. How do you travel? I want to start. Um, the best way that I think you should start traveling is, I'm trying to hurry before my battery goes dead, is to get on YouTube, find a guided meditation that you can tolerate the sound of their voice. If you find a guided meditation that you could, for astral traveling, that you could tolerate the sound of their voice while you're doing it, do that. And then when you're meditating, you're sitting there, you're meditating, you're like, you're in that place and you're just all relaxed and they take you there, you'll feel a pop when you leave, like there's all this noise, like you could hear like all this static and noise in your ears when you start. And then when you're done, when the pop happens, it goes quiet. Like all of a sudden there's no sound. And then you're there. And then you're just like, okay, it's time to go. Where are we going today? That's all. I'm always like, okay, where are we going today, you guys? And then you go wherever. Usually lately for me, well, for the last couple of years, the gods will have stuff for me to do. The ancients will have things for me to do when I do that. And so they'll just be like, you're going here now. You got to go do this right. You got to go do that right. You got to go through this initiation, that initiation. And then I just go with them. And then all of a sudden I'll come back, a few hours later and I'll be like, wow, that just happened. Thank you, La Blue. It's my first night with you finally. Yay! But I keep myself updated, keep up the wonderful work. I fully enjoy every bit. Thank you so much. That's nice. I'm glad that I could be here for everyone. And I hope that you guys will come back and see me again. I'm going to get off of here now because I'm at 4% battery. And so I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight. And I'm probably going to come back tomorrow actually, because I'm going to be doing a spell tomorrow, even though I'm not supposed to be doing swirls tomorrow. But since it's divination stuff, I'm going to go ahead and do it tomorrow. And I love you all, and thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. And you guys, stay healthy, stay safe through these holiday seasons, and I send you my love. Peace out.